Off return. Those are the big games this week. Here's the full lineup. An incomplete pass is not usually a difficult thing to recognise. Any ball leaving the quarterback's hand that fails to find its target, whether it's the fault of the quarterback or the target. We've left out one obvious criterion though. For it to be a pass in the first place, the ball has to be going forward. Here the quarterback has it knocked out before he can pass, clearly a fumble. But what if he's in the act of passing as it's knocked out? That's when things get tricky. Here the arm is going forward, but without the ball. Still not too difficult, and ruled another fumble. The next one though is even closer, because the ball ends up going forward too. Most of the players thought it was because the quarterback had already started to throw it. The replay shows his arm cocked and ready to pass, but not actually going forward when he's hit. It's the impact of the defender that sends it in that direction. The problem for officials, of course, is that the game doesn't happen at replay speed. In last week's Miami-Dallas game, they called this an incomplete pass by Dan Marino, when most of us there were convinced it was a sack and fumble. And on this one, even the replay isn't conclusive. As he's hit, Marino definitely propels the ball forward, but whether that's the instinct of a veteran quarterback or just the result of the Cowboys' Tony Tolbert forcing his arm down is a subjective judgment, and one that the Cowboys coach Barry Switzer disagreed with. No debates about forced fumbles and forward passes in Detroit last week, largely because most of the forward passes were intercepted. The Lions against the Giants is where we're going to start the roundup. The real battle, though, is between coach and quarterback.
If this is all my fault, hopefully he can tell that to me or tell that to you. I don't know. I was upset about being pulled, but that's not my decision.
Admittedly, Scott Mitchell didn't have his finest day in a Lions uniform, throwing 3 first-half interceptions, including this one returned for a touchdown by the Giants' Maurice Douglas. But instead of pulling him off then, which might have been logical, Wayne Fontes waited until the middle of the next series.
Mikowski is coming in, and the crowd explodes. It's obvious what they wanted.
On the sideline, Mitchell made his feelings fairly clear too, and the only real difference made by the quarterback switch was that Mikowski threw the more interesting interceptions.
And a ball knocked loose. Agnew. Agnew's got it. Climb his dream. Here he goes. Climb his dream. Touchdown, Ray Agnew.
Huge home defeat for Detroit, and by Monday morning, Wayne Fontes was in full waffle.
I have no regrets, none whatsoever, of taking the quarterback out of the football game. I do have a regret. The only regret I do have is taking him out when I did. So I apologize to him for that.
More from Wayne's World next week. Here's the rest of the roundup.
Bear fakes to him, goes to the air, and he's got number 61, Robbie Kovic, the left guard, for the touchdown. He's got it. No time left.
Dilfer again to throw, again great protection in the end zone, touchdown to the tight end, Dave Moore. And that's a touchdown for Dorsey 11. Touchdown, San Francisco.
just like you call it. Here's the flea flicker, has a man wide open, and his Keyshawn in the end zone, has it, touchdown.
Surprising to see the Cardinals' Larry Centers on that list, and according to our calculations, if he keeps going at the same pace, he will break the single-season record for catches by a running back, which is currently held by Roger Craig of the 49ers. All right, time for this week's competition now, and your chance to emulate this man, John Matlin from Pinner in Middlesex, who was the winner of last month's competition prize, was at the Dolphins-Cowboys game with his daughter Susanna last week. This month's winner is Peter Korobich from Felixstowe. Peter, congratulations. You win a trip to the States with tickets for 3 games in November, as well as a visit to the Hall of Fame. The rest of you get the chance to win next month's prize. In 1965, with the bat phone permanently engaged, the Jets asked Commissioner Gordon to put in an emergency call to Joe Namath. And without the aid of a utility belt, he single-handedly saved the team. Actually, Namath's impact on the game was more akin to that of another contemporary, George Best. His hair was long, he owned a nightclub, and he did what he wanted, pretty much whoever he wanted.
You know, it seems almost un-American to me for a bachelor not to, you know, go around having a drink with a lady now and then. And why all of a sudden that's become an evil in me, I don't know, but some people don't like it. Well, you can't please everybody. I'm just trying to get along, you know, just trying to get by. Look at that shot.
Like Best in his prime, Broadway Joe could burn the candle at both ends and still have enough left in the middle to beat lesser mortals. For most of the 60s, he was the most famous and feted football player in America.
Now, I don't wear pantyhose, but a beauty mist can make my legs look good. Imagine what they'll do for yours.
Actually, not even Adam West tights could have helped Namath, and chronic knee trouble ended his career. His most famous sales pitch, though, before Super Bowl III, when he said this.
I got news for you. We're going to win the game, I guarantee.
The Jets were huge underdogs to the Baltimore Colts, but Namath backed up his big mouth with an even bigger day, engineering the biggest upset in Super Bowl history. Up for grabs over the next few weeks is this